So obviously yesterday's show was phenomenal when Michael Malone got fired. The reactions were, just shock. Everyone around the league stunned. There were some early reports early in the season. I believe September, there was a report about some rumblings between the GM and the head coach in Denver not getting along. And then there was a story, I believe it was in November, that the Nuggets were essentially dealing with what the Warriors had dealt with. Remember, the Warriors had Steph Curry, Clay, and Draymond. And then they were fortunate enough that when year Curry got hurt, they drafted James Wiseman second overall. Then they got Jonathan Kuminga. And it's like, okay, we've got this old group, this core, and we want to blend it with this young group, right? And we have two timelines and we need to merge them together. And they tried like hell to make it happen, and it just never took. So they quickly move off Wiseman. And listen, LeBron has famously said, I don't want to play with young guys. You can't win with young guys. So he historically has moved off of them. The Warriors realized it's incredibly difficult. They move off of Wiseman, end up getting Wiggins, and get back to the title and win the championship. So the Denver Nuggets were kind of facing the same thing, except they weren't as old. And Michael Malone really, really does not like playing young guys. So they have a couple young dudes on the bench, and he just doesn't trust them, doesn't want to play them, and is grinding Jokic and Murray into dust. Apparently this season, Jamal Murray was playing a career-high minutes. He got hurt again. Jokic is playing a career-high minutes. So Malone just didn't want to work with the GM to play the young guys, and that fractured relationship kind of spilled out, and I guess the owner had enough. Here's Steve Kerr of the Warriors on Michael Malone getting fired.
I think one thing that's happened is most teams are now owned by billionaires, big corporations, and so we're all more expendable. There's so much money in the business now, and there's pluses and minuses to that. We're all making bigger salaries than we were 5 years ago, but we're all much more vulnerable because I don't think a lot of the owners are that concerned with firing a guy and paying him off to go away. And again, it's this is a business we chose, and we all love it. But it's it's not the most stable profession.
Yeah, coaching, I don't know, man. You got to have a stomach for that. Your family's got to be up for moving all the time. It's incredibly difficult. We've seen 3 coaches in recent years win a title, and less than 2 years later, they're gone. Frank Vogel, Malone, and then Budenholzer also got run. So it's unstable. Now, this is where it gets interesting, okay? If you look at the NFL model, you have the Kansas City Chiefs. Their front office and Andy Reid work swimmingly together and have. They're in lockstep, in agreement. Hey, we got to move off Tyreek Hill. Okay, we got to move off Tyreek Hill. We'll adjust the offense. Hey, we want to add this guy. We want to move this guy. We want to become this kind of offense. We want to focus on this position. And Reid and the front office work great together. It has thrived, the situation in Kansas City. And you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman. You have to have a shared vision between coach and front office. It's a little difficult in the NBA because the shelf life for these coaches is so fast, and sometimes the GMs have a different vision. I saw a report that Calvin Booth, the GM who got fired, he hired a shooting coach, Mike Penberthy, who had previously been with the Lakers. And Michael Malone's reaction was, no, that's a coach. I hire the coaches. So it was like a weird power struggle. So you add, let's get one more sound before I get to my point about potentially trading a star. Folks, when the news broke, I was stunned on air. Alex was shocked, and we brought John Fanta in, the college basketball reporter who knows the NBA very well, to covers the draft. This was John Fanta's reaction to Michael Malone getting fired.
What is going to change that severely by making this move? He's holding them back that much. Michael is beloved by a lot of people, and a lot of the people that I talk to in the NBA, like they really do like Michael. And we've seen him get a little bit sharp at times with the media, and he can certainly show a different angle to him where he can be a little bit, prickly and going at people sometimes, but like, he's still a really, really good coach. This is nothing short to me of an ownership group who wakes up, gets a phone call or two, and has a knee-jerk reaction ahead of the postseason.
Interesting. So you put all that together, right? The Kerr comments, the Fanta comments, the ugly GM coach situation. And obviously, everybody wants to draw the parallel. Well, Jokic is going to be gone. And then you see gambling line surface. Oh, Jokic is this number to land with the Lakers as his next team. And my initial reaction was, that is stupid. I'm not going to entertain any of that nonsense. But, you know, as much as I like to think I know everything, we got an interesting group of guys in our morning meeting, and they're like helping me, you know, build a case and challenge me. And I got to be honest. I still don't think there's any chance Jokic gets run. However, we're in a weird era, guys. Luka Doncic just got traded a few months after leading the Mavs to the NBA Finals. They ran Luka out because he allegedly was like out of shape when he came back from the offseason. What, you think Jokic is always in shape? I mean, I call him doughy on this show jokingly. Some people don't like it on social media. He's not chiseled. He's not Shaq or Dwight Howard, but he doesn't have to be. He's probably a better overall player than both of them. Jokic is having a phenomenal season. Is there a world where Jokic says, hey, we had a good run. I like Coach Malone. I don't like what you guys did. I'm out of here. Trade me. I'm not signing an extension. Get me out of here. Does that happen? It seems unlikely. However, the other one is, as we watch a Jokic 90-foot shot go in, aren't we going through this with Milwaukee and Giannis too? International player who we were told would never want to leave Milwaukee. He's a fine small market guy. Well, I don't know. Things got south. Things quickly went south after they won the title. Then they had to reach and grab Dame Lillard, giving up Drew Holiday in the process. That initially looked like a bad move. And now all of a sudden the Bucks lose Dame to blood clots, and it's like, are the Bucks going to be one and done? Could Giannis be on the move? And again, I know you're thinking, oh, no chance. Giannis, Jokic, come on. I'll remind you, Luka just got shipped for AD, my man Supermax Christie, and a draft pick. It's not like they got this massive haul. Now, what could you get for Jokic? Well, I don't know. I mean, let's say Michael Malone ends up going to the Knicks. Thibodeau gets fired. The Knicks hire Michael Malone. Does he push for Jokic to say, hey, ask out, we can get you? We'll give up, I don't know, Cat, this, that, and the other in a pick. And we'll have a nucleus of Jokic, Brunson, and Bridges. Well, whatever the combo may be. But is there a world where Jokic leaves? Now, he's 30. Giannis turning 30. And they still are in their prime, no doubt. But as their teams go south after winning a title, I think you really got to ask yourself, I don't know, could both of them be on the move? Now, the team to watch, as I was going through here, is the Miami Heat. Their coach and their GM, their front office are in lockstep always. Spoelstra, Riley, that group seems to be together. However, Jimmy Butler just forced his way out. That was because they didn't want to pay him as opposed to organizational failure. But you look around the league and it's like, that's kind of the way to go. Find a great coach, lock him up with the GM, shared vision, and go get superstars. Could Jokic be on the move? I don't know. It's a bit of a tough sell.